Welcome back to Old Folks Racing PlayStation, to the United States of America in the Texas Motor Speedway road course with the McLaren GT3 car. This is round 1 of the 2022 winter season, and we are in race 2 with Diogo Silva having won the first race, followed by Diogo Almeida and Jorge Jesus in third place. An all-Portuguese podium in race 1. Can they repeat the feat in race 2? You're about to find out in what should be a very, very exciting racing. And away they go. Not yet. Away they go. And it's a good start by whoever was in third place. That was Diogo Almeida. Diogo Silva is on pole, followed by Jorge Jesus. They are now 3 wide into the oval. And who's going to get into the lead of this race? And that is Diogo Silva. He's going to be the leader of this race. He's going the low side and he's being followed by another car, but taking a bit of a shortcut there into and crash, a big crash in turn 2, I'm sorry. And many cars are involved here. Jorge Jesus has gone to the lead, Del Taylor in second place, but we have to find out what has actually happened here. So we are going to use some magic powers to actually find out what happened, and that is we are going to see from Darren Head's perspective. And it was Del Taylor, Darren Head and Diogo Silva that got together, and Darren Head lost the most time. He's in 13th spot. No, he's not. Diogo Silva is actually in last place, and what a disaster for Diogo Silva, Darren Head, but also for a couple of other drivers. We are going to find out what happened with Scott Davely, because he's in 9th place, and we are going to go back from his perspective. It's always a helpful perspective that Scott, he was on the outside. He was on the, he got hit as well, and then he had to back off, and then got hit by Diogo Silva as well. And Scott in 9th spot, and also having to recover as Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus and Del Taylor go side by side. This is an amazing battle for the lead here at Texas Motor Speedway. We are still on the first lap out of 16, and what a battle this is already between the two drivers, of course, with no Diogo Silva and Darren Head. The battle for the lead is now between and Diogo Silva is already up into 12th spot. We are going to follow him for some time as Todd Antonio now is missed his braking point, and Diogo Silva gets hit again twice on the first lap. He's in 12th place. Darren Head is in 11th. 10th is Frankie, and look at this. This is a good battle between Frankie and Darren Head. Frankie ahead of Darren Head, so to speak, into the first lap. Kev Allen is battling with Scott Davely. Of course, Scott also delayed from that incident at the start, but he is now recovering, and look at this. He is absolutely being pressurized by Kev Allen now into the second corner. Nothing has happened. We'll continue to go up through the field. 7th is Simon Allen. And look at this group here. This is a very interesting group. We're going to exactly figure out who is here. Peter Adrian is in 4th place. But look at this. This is Andrew in 5th place. Jumbo, Simon Allen, and Scott Davely and Kev Allen are not far behind. Almost contact there between Andrew and Peter Adrian. The top 3 continue to be Jorge Jesus, Del Taylor, and Diogo Almeida in 3rd place. But look at this. This is a very interested Jumbo, and Jumbo at the end of the second lap now putting some pressure on Andrew. And some people there taking the low line. That was Peter Adrian in the white car in 4th place, as we will see what will happen between these drivers over here. We'll keep an eye at the back of the field on any position changes. Oh, look at that. Almost contact there in that low line again, bringing some problems here as they go 3 wide, and on the outside is Andrew, who was trying to recover from Jumbo. Jumbo is up into 5th place and now comes on the inside. Didn't quite work and he has to settle for 5th place at this time. Peter Adrian is in 4th. Let's look at the battle for the lead. There is half a second between Jorge Jesus and Diogo Silva has gone ahead of Darren Head. We are going to try to find out what has happened here because Diogo actually went ahead. Oh, and it was, and something spicy has happened there. Not with Diogo Silva, but with Frankie and Darren Head. We are going to try to see what has happened here. Frankie is behind Darren Head. And and Darren just span on his own. And Diogo Silva, in one go, is up into 10th. Darren Head is struggling here, struggling with tire grip. He's missed the braking point there again. He's in 11th spot, just ahead of Frankie, but again, the things are not going his way in this round. Oh, and something happened here with Andrew as well, so we're going to use our magic powers again because he was, he's been off the track, hasn't he? And I think it was entirely on his own, or was it? Yes, it was. He goes into the grass. Back in the race, but of course a lot of time lost for Andrew. He's down in 9th spot, which means that Jumbo is up to 5th and Simon Allen is up to 6th, Scott Davely is up to 7th and Kev Allen is up to 8th. But look at this group is now very packed with Peter Adrian in 4th and Diogo Almeida. Something has happened to Diogo Almeida and again, and this was again Diogo Almeida. What has happened to him? We are going to find out. Everything seems to be happening at the same time here, and that is Diogo Almeida in the hairpin. He was trying to go and have a go at Dale Taylor, ends up in the wrong direction. He is back in the race. There's a complete 360. It almost looks like he has won the race already, and he's doing a few donuts, but no, he has just spun. And he's actually now in 12th spot. Disaster for Diogo Almeida. I can safely say that we are not going to have another Diogo 1-2 with Diogo Almeida down in 12th and Diogo Silva up into 9th. Peter Adrian is now in a podium position, but look at this. This is a very lively group with Simon Allen up to 4th, and Simon Allen is, and he hits the back of Peter Adrian. Simon Allen missed the braking point there. He's coming back at him now on the inside. Simon Allen is going for it now. Peter Adrian defends superbly. After being hit in turn 2, he continues to hold 3rd position. Simon Allen won't let go and will continue to put pressure on Peter Adrian. That's a podium position at stake there at the front. There is almost nothing between the two leaders as well. We are going to follow them for a little bit. That number 60 of Jorge Jesus and the number 99 of Dale Taylor are absolutely nose to tail, and this is oval racing for you. Of course, close racing throughout the field. Look at this, Peter Adrian on the inside line, and Simon Allen is trying to follow him, or is he? Simon Allen is going to have another go at Peter Adrian now at the oval. We are on lap 5 and he's coming on the high side now. Outside is Simon Allen, inside is Peter Adrian. Peter just has more speed, and there is in 5th place Jumbo trying to get something out of that battle as well. Behind this group we have the two yellow cars, yellow and black, that is Scott Davely and Kev Allen. Andrew is in 8th place, Diogo Silva is up to 9th and is starting to put some pressure on Andrew. We might just try to see what's going on there. Someone has hit a nose cone there, but Diogo Silva continues his recovery race, and someone is off there. Someone is off, and that someone is who is Kev Allen. Kev Allen has spun on his own. We are going to do a replay here again using the magic powers of going back in time, and that is a classic. That is an absolute classic. That's a big hit. Fortunately, no damage in the old Fox Racing PlayStation. Almost contact there as well between Andrew and Kev Allen. Kev Allen is down to 9. Diogo Silva is up to 8. Andrew is up to 7. and is putting some pressure on the rookie driver. Gap at the front has increased now to 1.2 seconds, and Alonso Afonso is more comfortable now in the lead, but still a long time to go. Battle for 7th place in your screens. Rookie Andrew being pressurized by reigning champion Diogo Silva. Now at the end of lap 5, doesn't look like Diogo is going to make a move this time round. Let's look for close battles. There is Simon Allen and Peter Adrian in 3rd place. Oh, Peter Adrian is off. Peter Adrian is off, and he loses a position to Simon Allen, also to Scott Davely, that all of a sudden is up into 4th position. Nicely done by Mr. Consistent. He was affected by that opening lap incident and dropped to 9th, but through a combination of speed and consistency is already up into 4th, and he's eyeing a podium here, as Simon Allen is now the man in a podium position. And is maybe, well, just under a second in front of Scott Davely. There he is, Simon Allen. Yet another lap is going to be complete here. And now things are sorting out a little bit, as the leader has 1.6 seconds. Let's go through the field. Jorge Jesus is the leader on lap 7. Dale Taylor is in 2nd place, now 1.6 behind. 3rd is Simon Allen on the inside line, trying to avoid being drafted by Scott Davely. 5th is Peter Adrian, not far behind Scott. 6th is Jumbo. 7th is Diogo Silva. And look at this is the battle now for 8th place between Kev Allen and Andrew, and they are going to have contact. No, they are not. Oh yes, they are. Oh, and this was a bit of a bump and run by Andrew to the 2020 champion Kev Allen. Kev retains the inside line and is going to resist the pressure this time round, and continues to be in 8th spot. And behind them there is the recovering Diogo Almeida. Darren Head continues to be in 11th. He's not making much ground after that opening lap incident. Look at this battle. This is Kev Allen trying to recover from that spin on the infield. We are on lap 7 out of 16, so we are not yet at the halfway point in this race. There is a battle, emerging battle there for 3rd place that I can see in my screen between Scott Davely, the American from Wisconsin, and now running a race in Texas, and Simon Allen from Yorkshire, and also running a race in Texas, as they battle for the last podium position. Look at this on the inside. It's Scott Davely, and this is a classic move there. Classic move by Scott Davely, the number 9 ahead of the number 11, and Scott Davely moves into a podium position. Simon Allen tries to come back at him, but this time round does not make a move, as they're going through the infield section. Gap at the front is 2 seconds, and Jorge Jesus is heading for his first win of the season. Simon Allen continues to be in pursuit of Scott Davely, and now the tables are turned in the oval, because it will be Simon Allen that's going to benefit from the drafting. Let's see if he can make good use of it. I apologize for my cough. Nevertheless, Simon Allen is very close indeed, and will make a move surely into turn 2. He does not. So we are going to move away from this battle, back into Peter Adrian in 5th spot. Of course, he chose this combo, so proving to be quite proficient at this particular combo with that number 59 car. But there is another 59 in the horizon, and that is a recovering Diogo Silva that is just behind these two drivers. we might have a battle for 5th place coming up. And now for the first time we're actually going to change the camera as we go on board with Diogo Silva, and you can see he's not far behind Jumbo, but he still has a few car lengths to make. Oh, look at this is Scott Davely. Simon Allen is on his inside and is recovered the 3rd position. Yes, Simon Allen is going and getting 3rd position back from the American driver. Now we're going to go trackside as they go side by side, but it's Simon Allen that emerges again in 3rd spot on lap 10. 6 laps to go. Scott Davely is coming back at him. So this battle is absolutely not over here in Texas as they continue to battle throughout the infield section as well. Simon Allen defends, and Dale Taylor, here is Dale Taylor, he's losing steam because he's losing touch with race leader Jorge Jesus, and he's coming within striking distance of Simon Allen, and we do not need Amazon Web Services to establish that. We can see it visually with our eyes that these two guys are drafting one another and basically gaining some ground on Dale Taylor, so maybe later on we'll have a battle for 2nd place. Let's see. Oh, there's a big battle here between Peter Adrian, Jumbo and Diogo Silva, so we are going to follow this trio for some time now. Look at this, Peter Adrian is on the inside line, Jumbo is on the outside line, and Diogo Silva, oh, and Peter Adrian has made a mistake there. He's lost momentum, and here comes Jumbo, here comes Diogo Silva as well. Oh, and they touch Diogo Silva and Peter Adrian. Who's going to come ahead? It is Peter Adrian that successfully defends his position but lost 5th place to Jumbo. The number 59 car is ahead of the number 59 car, but with a slightly different livery, as Jumbo has gone up into 5th spot. 3rd continues to be Scott Davis. Something has happened to Simon Allen and we don't know what it was. We were following him for the longest time. Oh, and it seems to be a spin exactly like Kev's. No, not exactly like... Oh, and that was... Ooh, who made contact with whom there? Was Scott Davis somehow involved in this? We are going to have to find out by going into the bumper. No, sorry, the chase camera, and we are going to establish what has happened here, because it seems to me that Simon Allen lost it on his own without any help, but we are going to clear Scott's name here. Oh yes, and that it was... Oh, it was absolutely that. Simon Allen lost it in the infield chicane and came into Scott Davis' pathway. Nothing that the American could do, but he's now in the 3rd spot. Peter Adrian is under pressure from Diogo Silva and is losing touch with Jumbo. We are on lap 11 out of 16, and now here comes the reigning champion trying to get a top 5 position out of this race. Peter Adrian is going to try to resist, he's going to try to use Jumbo to draft, but I think he's a little bit too far behind, and Diogo Silva is really going for it, most likely on this lap. Into the oval, and Peter Adrian is actually gaining ground on Jumbo as Simon Allen has dropped back. Oh, almost contact there between Peter Adrian and Diogo Silva, and I think Diogo is going to go on the inside now. He's not... Oh, Peter Adrian is losing it. Yes, he's losing it. He did overtake Jumbo momentarily, but then lost it under braking. It drops back into 6th spot. Diogo Silva is up to 5th. Simon Allen is coming after Peter Adrian as well. Peter Adrian lost a bit of momentum with that off-road excursion, which bizarrely actually caught a bit of track on his way back into the main track. let's look for more battles. We have a battle between Diogo Almeida and Darren Head, 8th and 9th. Kev Allen has lost more time. We haven't quite seen what has happened, but Kev Allen has dropped further back. And so did Andrew, who is now sitting in 12th place. And we will try to find out what happened here. It might have happened a long time ago. I do apologize. It's just so much action at the same time that I can't quite guarantee that we catch all the action. But of course, with the magical powers of going back in time, we can certainly try to find out. We are going to at least go to lap 10 to see what happened. Although I'm not entirely certain that we'll be able to find out exactly what happened. We might need to fast forward ourselves back into lap 11. And really, yes, Andrew has lost a lot of time. He is, of course, making his debut in Old Fox Racing PlayStation. We are just going to go another lap. And hopefully, it seems to be here, almost contact there with the barrier, but that was not what delayed him, as we continue to painfully watch him go backwards in the standings, but also in real life he's going backwards. Let's see if we can get a sense of what happened also to Kev Allen at the same time, because I sensed that something big has happened here, and I couldn't actually put my finger into it, but well, no, not quite. We're going to have to go back several laps, and I'm afraid that we're going to have to abort this particular mission because it's just a little bit too much of rewinding. So we're going to give and it might have involved other drivers as well, and yes, it was the classic spin. He then recovers and continues in the race. Kev Allen. So we are going to fast forward a little bit now into lap 11. So for once we are going to make Kev Allen really fast. Kev Allen is certainly the fastest man on the track now. It's a pity that's only due to the race being in fast forward mode. But look at this, no one has gone around Texas more quickly than Kev Allen, even if his front is slightly detached. And we are going to continue following Kev Allen because he's really the fastest man ever in this Texas Motor Speedway road course. He's certainly going for the top screen if this were a time trial. And he's sitting down in 10th place, but I wonder for how much longer. Unfortunately, everyone else is in fast forwards. We can't just fast forward a particular driver. That would be a bit unfair, although that would create some quite interesting racing. Maybe that's an idea for the future in Old Fox Racing PlayStation. We are back into normal mode. We are going to go through the field on lap 11. Alonso Fonso has led every lap and is absolutely making no mistakes whatsoever this time round. He is on lap 11, 5 laps away from his first win of the season. Dale Taylor is in second place since the beginning. He did challenge George Jesus in the beginning of the race, but is dropping back ever since. Now the gap is almost 3 seconds. Scott Davely, the quiet American that is making his way up through the field. He was 9th on the first lap. On lap 12, he is 3rd. Jumbo is in 4th place, and we've seen this, so it's not happening again. This is going to be the Peter Adrian trying to use as much of the track as possible, and he actually took it quite literally to the extent that he did use a little bit of the additional track there. He is still in 6th place. Diogo Silva is up to 5th. Simon Allen is in 7th. Darren Head is in 8th. He's running on his own. Diogo Almeida is in 9th. Kev Allen, the fastest man on earth, is in 10th place. Frankie is in 11th in that number 99 Gainsco machine. 12th is Andrew, and 13th is Todd Antonio in the number 11 Objective McLaren GT3. We have gone through the field. We are going to try to identify where the closest battles are, and the closest battles continue to be around here, if I'm not mistaken, because Diogo Silva is now being pursued by Peter Adrian on the low side, but he's trying to make up some ground on Jumbo that is running on the high side. There you go. That was the last corner. They complete another lap. They are on lap 13, and they are by far the closest drivers in the field. Also, Simon Owen is actually not that far behind Peter Adrian, as Jumbo is trying to hold into that 4th place in that number 6 McLaren GT3. The rest of the field is quite stable, although Scott Davely is reducing the gap to 2nd place man Dale Taylor. And oh, look at this. This is a battle between Diogo Almeida and Darren Head that actually looked closer than it was. The closest battle is between the 2 men with the detached front sections, and that is Diogo Almeida and Kev Allen, as this battle is certainly very, very spicy indeed. There is a lot at stake here. Every point counts in the Old Fox Racing PlayStation, and they will certainly give the maximum that they have to make sure that they finish ahead of the other driver in the last 3 laps of this race. I'm going to switch here to Jumbo and Diogo Silva because they are only a couple of tenths apart, and Diogo Silva is eyeing that 4th place, currently held by Jumbo, as they absolutely are nose to tail. And will Diogo Silva now make a move into turn 2? Jumbo is already on the defensive, and that was a good defending move by the Yorkshire driver. Continues to hold 4th place for the time being. Let's keep an eye on the battle between Darren Head and Kev Allen as well. There's 5/10 of a second between them, 3/10 of a second between these two. There's certainly quite a lot to watch in the last couple of laps of this race. Let's switch to Kev Allen for the time being. Not really in a position to make a move yet. Kev Allen, as actually Diogo Almeida is getting very close to Darren Head as well. So this will be a battle for 8th spot. They complete another lap. Alonso Afonso is already... Oh, and something has happened to Kev Allen there. Something has happened, and it was a big hit. And I wonder how it happened. I think that Diogo Almeida just lost it there at the exit of the hairpin, yes. And then came back into the racing line, and look at that. That's going to be... Oh, and they hit each other. And look at that. That's a big hit for Kev Allen that fortunately stays... pointing in the right direction, but loses a bit of time, and that's probably the end of this battle. Look at this, he's lost his rear wing as well, so he's now running a wingless McLaren GT3, and that's not how Kev Allen, the 2020 champion and the 2021 winter champion, wanted his race to end. Diogo Silva and Jumbo are again very close to one another. That's the closest battle, as we'll follow it now for the remainder of this race, because everyone else seems to be at least a couple of seconds apart. Simon Owen is closing in on Peter Agent, but is running out of time. Scott Davely is a second and a half behind Dale Taylor, but he's also running out of time. But look at this, Diogo Silva is now going to enter the line. Oh, Diogo Silva now on the inside. Jumbo goes on the defensive, and this is good driving from both of them. But look at this, Diogo Silva now has one last chance to make a move, because we are entering the last lap, and certainly the oval is the easiest way to overtake another driver, but they are now absolutely nose to tail, and Diogo Silva is going to draft from Jumbo. Can he make a move before turn 1? No. He cannot. He's going to go on the inside now, and he's going to go inside, and absolutely inside, and he's going to go for it. He's ahead. He's ahead, and he's absolute. Oh, he's lost it. Diogo Silva lost it, and now he's under pressure from Peter Adrian. Can he hold the position? I think he can just hold it. What a battle this was, but what a defense by Jumbo as well. He has been absolutely brilliant holding on to that fourth place as they're now on the last lap, and I think Diogo basically has run out of time. Alonso Fonso, Jorge Jesus is going to win his first race of the season. And what a domination has it been for the Portuguese driver. He has led every lap of this race and is now going to take the checkered flag for his first win of the season. Jorge Jesus is the winner here at Texas Road Course with the McLaren GT3 car. Absolute domination as he wins the race. Checkered flag is in the air, and he absolutely wins it. Telltale second place. Scott Laveley is going to be third, and Jumbo is going to hold on into fourth place. Diogo Silva is coming back at him now, but it's too late, and Jumbo takes fourth place. Fifth is Diogo Silva, sixth Peter Adrian, seventh Simon Allen, eighth is going to be Diogo Almeida. That has actually gone ahead of Darren Head. What has happened to Darren Head? We are going to try to find out. And what a disastrous race for that. Oh, was it in the last lap, last corner? No, it wasn't. I do apologize for missing out what has happened to Darren Head in this amazing battle. Maybe it was an overtake on the track, actually. As we will... Let's see how much we have to rewind to figure out what has happened to Darren Head. If it was a move, we are not going to... Oh, yes, it was the classic. And how many drivers have actually done this, lost it, and there you go, off you go. And quite annoyingly, he managed to reset, but it was too late, as he has to settle for 9th place. We are going to make Kev Allen again the fastest driver in the world through this last lap. Unfortunately, is not going to be enough to improve on his 10th place. But look at this, absolutely thrilling speed through turn 1 into the infield. Absolutely brilliant. And now coming to complete the race. Unfortunately, that's not going to be enough to improve on his 10th spot. 11th is going to be Frankie, 12th is going to be Andrew, and 13th is going to be Todd D'Antonio as they complete the race. Here is Frankie taking the checkered flag. Andrew, he was much further ahead, but in the end a couple of mistakes made him finish 12th. But of course, more is to come from this rookie, and 3rd place man is going to be Todd D'Antonio. Every driver that has started has finished the race, and what a race it has been here at Texas Motor Speedway. Thank you very much for watching, and we hope to see you very soon.